Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early September 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as usual and start you off with an oracle card here, just to dip our toes in energy and see what's going on for the lovely Aries collective. I hope you're all doing well, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for Aries? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on. It's always very interesting. Let's get this card out here. What do we got for Aries, please? My lovely Aries people. Okay, so there is some sort of connection to memories or past. This is an extremely deep type of card. I see it often. It could also speak about communication. So we're going to have to peel back the layers to this. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping its third eye, give it some enlightenment, I'd greatly appreciate it. But into the reading we go. Enough of the plugs. If you look at this card, you see the lovely lady with her eyes closed. She's holding a locket. So to me, this card does give me that Six of Cups type of vibe. A card of history, a card of memories, a card of reminiscing. So a lot of you might just be in that space. You might be going through certain things might happen that bring you back to time that's already elapsed, or there is something tied to the past that is of great importance here. For another portion of you, this could talk about an extremely active mind space. So you could be feeling more creative. Your mind could be going in a lot of different speeds and directions. It's an interesting type of vibe. And of course, like I mentioned, there's letters. So we could speak about communication, talks, things like that. I've been seeing little themes of that in the Aries readings for the last few weeks. But let's just place her down there. We're going to get into the full tarot reading. We don't have to really go too much into that because she doesn't make or break the reading. She's just a little footnote. I'm going to get you 3 tarot cards in the upright, then we'll get the intuitive, juicy stuff. So my guides, talk to me. What do we got for the Aries collective? We're using the beautiful Vice Versa Tarot. So last week's reading, it was titled They Are Mad. Now, I usually keep my titles as simplistic as possible. It wasn't the best energy. I'm going to keep it real with you, Aries. And there's been like a little dicey energy around the Aries collective for the past few weeks. So hopefully you haven't been going through anything too rough. Hopefully you're okay. But as you know, this energy, it's very fluid. Nothing's ever set in stone. It could be someone in your circle showing up as well. But let's get this first card out here. What do we got for Aries? Early September. Yeah, there's that headspace showing up here. Okay, positive or negative. That might be up to you to decide. We got the 7 of Cups in position number 1, so that links perfectly with this first card about the active mind state. Let's get 2 more. Whether you thinking of someone or someone thinking about you, we have the Empress in position number 2. Now, usually that's a very positive card, a very optimistic card of blessings. So we might be getting a little bit of an energy switch up here. All right, yeah, maybe not. It all depends. We have the 7 of Swords right here, Aries. So we're going to have to talk about that. This could either be mystery. It could be something a little sneaky happening in the shadows. We're going to have to speak about this real quick. I also want to point out you have double 7s, so watch out for numerology of repeating 7s in your day-to-day life. But we're going to go through this real quick. I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes before we get the intuitive, juicy stuff. Position number 1, the 7 of Cups. This is a neutral card. I don't say this is good or bad. It can speak about options. It can speak about paths. So a lot of you might be in that mode where you're thinking about different paths, different options. What route should I take? What would be best for me in the end? This is a positive card. It leans positive, especially in this way, because in Vice Versa Tarot, you have the front and back. We have the positive end of the spectrum. So the clarifier will really tell the tale. But this is one of my bigger cards of daydreaming. So we have that instantaneous link right back to this first oracle card. So you might be in the headspace more than usual, or this could be someone you're linked to. We're just going to have to clarify and see like what details we can pull. Now, as we move to the center, my Aries friends, we have the Empress. One of the most beautiful cards in the deck. She is the divine feminine goddess, the counterpart of the Emperor. This is a beautiful energy of abundance. This could speak about a connection to nature, all things natural, whether that's something you're craving, whether that's something that'll do very well for you. The positive aspects of her are all that fertility and abundance. She could represent mother figures as well. She could also represent somebody that's a Taurus or has Taurus traits. So you just apply it to your situation as needed. Very, very positive type of card. Okay. In her negative, it could be somebody that's a little bit stubborn, someone that's putting their foot in the ground. It could even be a smothered type of energy as well. But moving to the back end, this is going to raise my eyebrow here. This is where we might have a warning or two showing up, because we have the Seven of Swords. Now, with the Seven of Swords right next to the Empress, you're going to want to watch your money in this time. Make sure nobody's doing anything funky with your money. Now, this card, in its optimistic sense, could just represent mystery, the unexpected, the hidden, things that are happening in the shadows, things that you don't quite know about just yet. In its treacherous form, this could be an individual that is backstabbing. This could be a thief. All right, this could talk about grimy individuals of all types, like liars, thieves. You know what I'm talking about here. So it's not the best type of energy, but like I said, it could just represent the unexpected. So I don't want to go that route just yet, but we could be having some warnings here, Aries. So with all that being said, let's dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for the Aries collective, my guides. Really want to get over to that. Let's see what we got for you, my guides. Talk to me. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the Seven of Cups. Also, if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Aries, you could just drop it down in the comments. I don't mind. So let's go in on this Seven of Cups. All these sevens showing up for Aries. All right, the Wheel of Fortune, this is good. Some of you might feel like luck is about to shift in your way, or like the tides are changing, the tides are shifting. Now, technically, in this deck, that is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So this could also represent somebody that doesn't want to make a mistake, doesn't want to take the wrong step. Like, oh, I might have a lot of options, but I just don't want to make the wrong choice. I don't want to make the wrong move. So beware of that in this time. This could be somebody that's a little too picky as well. But even if the Wheel of Fortune is showing up in reverse, it's not giving me that vibe right now in this deck. A lot of you could feel the tides of fate turning in your favor. Even if you're going through a rough time right now, this is a change for the better. So we still want to get over to that Seven of Swords on the back end, but this bodes well for the future, that things could be changing. Now, this could also represent the karmic hands of the universe working as well. So depending on what shows up, there could be karmic energies at play, but I do like the Wheel of Fortune under the Seven of Cups. This could be spirit setting up an alley-oop of some kind for you. Okay, like some sort of karmic reward, especially with the Empress right next to it. So let's keep pushing over. I don't want to put too much stock into it. I do feel like it's positive though. But times could be a changing, my friends. Slowly but surely. So let's see what's up with this Empress. I mean, that Seven of Swords is just like staring a hole in me over here. All right, yeah, we do have the Queen of Wands showing up in reverse. She has her back to us. Okay. Very stop and go here, Aries. What's going on with this? Like, Aries is known as a very confident type of sign, but when we have the Queen of Wands showing up in reverse, that does speak about a lack of confidence. And I did pick that up in last week's reading, that some of you, or you might be connected to a person that feels like something's just out of reach, or they can't quite achieve a goal just yet for whatever reason. So in this time, don't let anyone ding your confidence, all right? Embrace that confidence that Aries has. You might just be having issues with a mother figure with the Queen of Wands in reverse underneath this Empress. So beware of that. But yeah, for some of you, believe that you can achieve. I'll just put it simply like that, because we do have this wheel showing up as well. Like, don't reverse manifest yourself in this time. You might be in a heavy headspace, but try to stay positive. Don't reverse manifest yourself, if you know what I mean. Like, don't bring negative things towards you. Okay, be confident in your abilities. Be confident in your power. That's what this is saying. However, there could still be good things coming, right? And even though I'm an optimistic reader, I'm still feeling an undercurrent of things changing for the better slowly. So we're going to go in on that Seven of Swords, see what that's about. And I'll give you a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Interesting reading. Okay, just make sure you're not getting swallowed up by pessimism, or there's not too many people around you that are overly pessimistic. Let's see what's up with that Seven of Swords. Thank you. Son. Yeah, something might come to light here. All right, this could represent a Leo you might be having issues with, but the sun is a very powerful card of illumination, of revelation. So for some of you, like, yeah, if there is somebody doing something sneaky in the shadows, yeah, we could speak about a warning or whatever, but anything that's done in the dark will come to light. There is a big energy of things being revealed to you. Now, whether that's an inner revelation you have about yourself, like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. This is what I should be doing. Or if there's someone that's been being a little snake in the grass, their actions might be revealed in this time. That's the vibe I'm catching here. Now, the sun is the most positive card. Beware of false opportunities. We could have warnings like that. Okay, like somebody making something look like the sun, but in reality, it's not. So beware of fake people. Beware of the company you keep. And it's just giving me that big warning that something might not be exactly how it seems. But there is big energy for things to be revealed in this time, suddenly as well, like suddenly or shockingly, because we have this slow energy of looking into the future, then boom, the sun hits on this 7 of Wands. Interesting stuff. Okay, hopefully if you do have a shocking revelation of some sort, it's not a bad one. Hopefully it's an inner one that helps guide you along a path. But let's go through this real quick because Aries, we have 3 very positive cards, 3 of the most positive ones in the deck in the spread. So there is a positive future ahead. Before we get into the shadow card, let's recap it. Position number 1, we have the 7 of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. Flipped in the reverse, it's all good though. Some of you might feel like the hands of fate are changing. Things are changing for the better slowly but surely. It's a really nice type of energy and I like it. I did give a couple other little sub messages. You could rewind back to that if you want. But in the center, we're talking about self-confidence, that either you or somebody else might be nervous that you can't attain something or you don't have what it takes to reach this mile marker, to reach this goal. So stay confident in yourself and don't reverse manifest. Now, the biggest energy that we're picking up in this spread is this 7 of Swords with the Sun card. Huge energy of revelation. Whether it's suddenly or shockingly, things could be revealed to you, whether that's information, whether that's a person's motives or actions. Now is a big time of revelation, things connecting and things making sense. So please do with that what you will. Please take a screenshot. We're going to get you a shadow card here. Let's see what's going on in the shadows for Aries. Maybe we'll get a little more detail about that 7 of Swords. Interesting spread. So yeah, just like the last few weeks, there's a little bit of warnings showing up here, but it's all good. It was a little bit of a mixed bag, but we have very positive cards. So let's see what's in the shadows with the Shadowland Tarot. What do we got here for Aries? Thank you. Yeah, there's that headspace showing up again. We have the 4 of Cups. So my 2 biggest cards of the mind are showing up in this spread. We have the 7 of Cups, we have the 4 of Cups, and that Oracle card in the very beginning. So don't be your own worst enemy in this time. Don't overthink things. That's what this is telling me. Now, I know I was getting that advice earlier on, but when a card shows up in the shadows, we look at the inverse. Don't stay in the past too long. Don't stay in the head too long. Aries is a very action-oriented sign. Doing things, being active, getting your energy out are very healthy for Aries to do. So don't get in this mode. You see this cute little kitty cat just thinking away, thinking away, thinking away. Don't stay trapped in your headspace because there is something that you could be overthinking. Things will come to light when they need to come to light, and we saw it in the cards. So Aries, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, wonderful Vice Versa Tarot. This is the deck that I'm using in all the readings for September. So if you'd like to get your name in, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite use for tarot? You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, going into October, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you. And I'll see you next time.